Let's go.
Young pissed on Victor crawled out of the old, smelly basement into the fresh air. After taking a couple of steps to the side, the torn corpses of his stupid neighbors appeared before him.
Damn!
Looks like he pissed himself again and even shit himself.
2,000 years later.
But back in our time, he sat in front of the bed of the sleeping Julie, looking at her like a stalker, trying to draw all her charms.
Nice.
She got scared when she saw him take his hand out of his underwear. He said, "You were sleeping so sweetly and soundly, so I drew you a picture for you to remember. If you fall asleep somewhere again next time, I'll do you real quick." Just as he fucked off, the brainless Trudy approached her with the words, "Listen you, hand over my pillow right now, you sprawled out here."
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Julie returned the moldy piece of fabric, which turned out to have the name Meredith. And then she saw her t-shirt on her. It turned out that Trudy stole it from her suitcase. Meanwhile, Sheriff Boyd brought a good means of transportation for his best friend Frank, who hadn't had a very successful interaction with the local monsters during the night. Not far from him in the house, Jim woke Tabitha up. As soon as she woke up, she immediately started remembering their dead son, engaging in self-flagellation. Everything is bad, everything is shitty. Blah, blah, blah. She decided it was a punishment to sit and drink tea from a dead woman's mug, where on the top floor there is a room splattered with blood. Their son, Ethan, came to listen to this bullshit once again. Daddy suggested they go to the local diner to grab a bite to eat, and the kid immediately agreed. Out on the street, Sheriff Boyd had already loaded his buddy into a taxi, who still hadn't regained consciousness after the wild night. Whistling, he walked down the street when suddenly Ethan addressed him. "What are you carrying?" Boyd replied, "Just special parts from which I'll make a scarecrow in the local church." Upon entering the diner, the new visitors were greeted by the anorexic Sarah. She pestered the kid with stupid questions like whether he was going to eat meat or vegetables. The father said, "Bring some regular pancakes without any of that crap."
2 hours later.
Boyd brought his friends to the local church. Father Catry looked closely at the parts and even pissed his pants a little bit, then asked the sheriff if he would come to Frank's funeral service. The latter just laughed in his face. Not far from the town, Jade sat on a smelly basement. Kenny approached him with the question, "Are you wasted again, or are you just a bit sad?" Jade decided to show him something. Having gone downstairs inside, he started talking some gibberish as if a dead man was lying here crushed by a heavy boulder.
Come on, man.
And then he screamed. Jade shit his pants a little from that. Kenny listened to this dumbass and said with a smart look on his face, "You are fucking out of your mind."
6.5 hours later.
In the cafe, old Mrs. Lou brought the hungry visitors a large plate of pancakes. They were very happy about this. The kid explained to Daddy that they got into a quest in which they need to save someone to get out of the town. After these words, Jim's bladder filled up and he decided to go take a quick piss. As soon as he fucked off,
5 minutes later.
Crazy Victor sat down at the table with the kid. He started talking nonsense about trees that shifted by 30 centimeters and then showed a drawing with a boy in white. Ethan confirmed that he saw him too, which means he is real. At that moment, Jim returned with an empty bladder. He grabbed Victor like a sack of shit and said,
I'm gonna fuck you up.
"If I see you near my son again, I'll knock your teeth out and bite your nose off." In another part of town, Julie sat by the window all in tears and snot. Fatima came up to her. She explained that according to the rules of this house, all things are kind of shared, but there's a way to get her t-shirt back. Going out into the street, they went through other people's clothes.
What you saying, huh?
Among which was Trudy's favorite sweater. Julie put it on so she could swap it for her t-shirt later. While she was showing off, her mother approached them. Under the pretext that she brought her an old sweater, started lecturing her clueless daughter.
Serious?
Why do you live with these strange people and not with your family? Look, next time you fall asleep, Victor will draw you in such a way that it won't seem like much. This made Julie very angry. She said,
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
"I'm not a child to you. I can sleep wherever I want. And I also know about your divorce from Dad." And in snot and tears, she ran away.
Good job!
At the police station, Kenny stood near an old map, pointing like an imbecile at the Radnuts. He was telling Jade a strange theory, which stated that all the residents of the town were driving through different parts of the country, but somehow ended up here.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That is fucking impossible.
Someone is clearly behind this. I won't rest until I find this motherfucker. Kenny suggested he go crazy and stop digging his hands in shit. Suddenly, the radio that was turned off started making noise. Jade got so happy about this, grabbed a piece of metal, and ran out into the street.
5 minutes later.
Jim was sitting on the porch of their house when Tabitha approached him. As always, they started engaging in self-flagellation. My son doesn't love me. Blah, blah, blah. My daughter doesn't love me. Blah, blah, blah. In short, their stupid conversation means nothing for the plot. Let's move on. While the parents were busy doing bullshit on the street, Victor knocked on the window. He signaled the kid to come out to the street. Strange, what for? The old pervert explained that they need to go into the forest to find the boy in white because he stopped contacting them. Then he threw away his crutch and replaced it with a regular branch.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
Sheriff Boyd was repairing the so-called box. Father Catry approached like a spy. And again, the brainwashing began.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
You're doing the wrong thing. You're saying the wrong things. Stop remembering your dead wife. Blah, blah, blah. This pissed Boyd off big time. He even wanted to smash Catry's face in, but since it was light outside, he decided to wait until night. In the forest, the old young cripple walked, casually chatting. Victor started whining that he has been living here longer than everyone else and saw the kid in white for the first time a very long time ago. I don't understand how in such a dirty forest one can walk around in such white clothes. Meanwhile, Mom and Dad continued their bullshitting in the house. Tabitha got tired of this, and she decided to call Ethan. They decided to go out through the back door and were fucking shocked. A crutch was lying on the grass. Looks like something happened to him. In the forest, Victor brought the kid to a large tree that had a huge hole in it. Looks like a giant was having fun at some point. The skinny pervert threw a stone into the hollow, and 10 seconds later this same stone fell behind them. He said such trees are portals that can transport a person to a random place. Unexpectedly, Victor got a headache because his psychological trauma started reminding him of itself. Dad and Mom were walking through the forest. Suddenly, a shaggy dog appeared in front of them, and another one from behind. A loud gunshot rang out. It was Victor who started playing around with a firearm to scare off the dogs.
2 hours later.
Returning home, Victor was digging through his old drawings. Finally, he found that exact flea-bitten dog from the forest, which, as it turned out, was among the corpses in his childhood. Right there, he saw the boy in white for the first time, who couldn't get dirty in 50 years. It was a very creepy sight, so Victor is fucking out of his mind. Well, what can you do? It's not us who are like this, it's life that is like this. After the arrogant Father Catry, Jim now approached the sheriff with his dumbass problems. He explained that he fears for his son because some skinny fucking lunatic Victor keeps bothering him.
Fuck!
Excuse me!
Piece of shit. Boyd was very tired of these goddamn losers. Always whining, always crying. Closer to the evening, Fatima decided to show Julie a very strange gift. Opening her eyes, she saw a rusty bed on which a pissed-on carpet hung, as well as holy curtains supposedly for privacy. Half an hour later, Sheriff Boyd, he was already sitting calmly in the dining room having dinner with the Matthews family. Unexpectedly, Sarah started spacing out and shaking. Like an idiot, she looked at her hand, where words began to appear out of nowhere. The inscription read, "Kill the boy,